What is going on, guys? The Brothers All Gaming with my review of Naruto chapter 700 plus 3. And even though it's still so weird how they doing that, regardless, to me the chapter, it was pretty freaking solid. But the chapter itself, it starts so with Naruto saying, "Apologize to Boruto for me, please." And Shikamaru should look at him like he crazy or something. But we see now Sarada and Chou-Chou. Of course, you know they're looking at Naruto, and we see now that like Chou-Chou points out that it looks like he's headed in the same general direction as us. So obviously now, you know, like Naruto's on the move. Of course, Sarada want to like follow him quickly, but we see now that like Chou-Chou, she's now lost in thought because she was thinking about taking this scenic route, and obviously, you know, like while they're out, they will stop at all these like local food places. But Sarada here, she's in a rush because obviously, you know, she's just so determined to like meet her father that, you know, that when like when Chou-Chou is attracted and like shoot over this branch, we have Sarada here, you know, like kind of playing, you know, this like nice girl act, asking if she's okay, but you know, in her mind, because even though Sakura might not be her real father, she definitely gets, you know, some traits for her, and that right there is like personality wise. And we see now, you know, Chou-Chou but like saying they are doing this to find her parents, so why in the world, you know, Sarada, like, you know, it's like acting it's such a rush for. But we see now, you know, Boruto, he finally showed up, and once again, you know, he was like with that boy, Mitsuki. And so that right there definitely confirmed, you know, that Mitsuki is definitely that boy, you know, in the first chapter that everybody, you know, was so curious about. But we see now that when Boruto, you know, did bring Naruto his lunch, that right there is what Naruto wanted, you know, Shikamaru to apologize to him for. And so now we see, you know, that with, you know, Naruto not like now gone, obviously, you know, Boruto was like definitely annoyed, and he turned back, you know, to him against the village. But we see now, you know, Sarada, she had came and she had to Boruto, you know, like these two, you know, are leaving as well. And of course, you know, she like using, you know, this like girl time trip as a cover up because obviously, you know, no one can know what they're up to. And so we see now, you know, Sarada, she actually wanted to take, you know, Naruto and went for Boruto, but Boruto for some reason, you know, he was just so against it. But luckily, you know, like Sarada kept pushing on the matter, and you think these two, you know, like might finally argue. And we see now, you know, Chou-Chou, this girl think with her stomach because obviously, you know, she would eat it because she would hate to see it further go to waste. And we see now Mitsuki once again stepping in. Like these two have a very, very strange friendship because obviously, you know, like these two constantly butt heads. And obviously, you know, Mitsuki, he is definitely a realist. And Chou-Chou lives in her own world because it was funny, you know, when like Mitsuki, you know, had like called her over and she was saying, "I don't have time for an love confession," and then he said, "We need to find you professional help." That right there, you know, kind of had me dying, you know, when I first read that. But luckily now, you know, Sarada, she was actually able to convince Boruto, you know, to give it to her. And I definitely like the way, you know, like Boruto, you know, thinks of his mother because obviously he holds her much higher than Naruto because he always calls Naruto, you know, a shitty dad and making, you know, all this trouble for him. But luckily now, you know, with Shikamaru, you know, stepping in as well, Boruto, you know, actually gave it to her. And now with them, you know, like heading off, we have Chou-Chou once again, you know, thinking that Mitsuki actually, you know, likes her. And so we see now, you know, like all of them like being watched by a miniature, you know, Chintail. Like that right there is probably the best way to describe it. And that right there also has me worried because what if some way somehow, you know, the Tintail comes back, especially when we see like some anyone walking around. That right there could be dangerous in his own. But we do learn, you know, Celebi's real name is now, you know, Shin, and apparently this person who is now bringing back the Akatsuki, you know, he had this pretty messed up eye because he had these, what was the name, cockatoo stitches going on around his eye. And so and that right there, you know, that right there kind of got me thinking, you know, maybe this guy is not a real Uchiha, and it's possible that he could be using or could be pulling a Donzo here, you know, finding, you know, alternate ways to make, you know, a Sharingan work, you know, if you don't have, you know, the Uchiha blood in you, or if you're not, you know, like that are strong enough to wield it, because, you know, for some reason, you know, I should find it really odd that he would have all these fishes, you know, around the eye like that, especially if he is supposed to be, you know, a Uchiha like Shin. But we see now this person, and obviously, you know, we still cannot tell who it is, so it is possible that he could be, you know, a past character. I have no idea. But now this guy, he has now ordered Shin, you know, to go bring Sarada, you know, to him. So obviously, you know, this guy really wants to, you know, to hurt Sasuke, you know, any way possible, and especially, you know, by like going after his daughter, that right there will like definitely, you know, like mess him up. But we see, you know, like while they were in a rush, you know, we have Chou-Chou, you know, kind of warning, you know, Sarada that if they continue to go this fast, then it's possible that launch, you know, it will look, you know, pretty bad, you know, once Naruto get it. But she's like, if they don't hurry up and catch up to him, then they, you know, like they'll give it to him will be pointless anyway. But we see now Naruto was in Sage mode, and even though he couldn't tell who it was, he definitely knew that he was being followed. But to me, that right there, you know, like what's disappointing, because obviously, you know, like Naruto has definitely grown a lot, and if he cannot tell who's following him after all this time, especially if he cannot recognize that it's like kids, then to me, that right there is a bit disappointing, and maybe Naruto is definitely not using Sage mode like he used to, because you would think, you know, you would think, you know, after all this time, after all these years, to see him so grown up, so mature now, he'd be able to, you know, to pinpoint it, you know, with no problem. But Naruto had decided, you know, like rather than waiting for them to catch up, he will like go to them instead. But we see now, you know, Chou-Chou, she could actually, you know, like not run anymore because she was so tired. And Sarada actually told her, you know, if you can't run, then why not roll the whole way there? And, you know, I thought maybe she'd be like her pops to get angry at like these fat jokes, but she actually, you know, thought, you know, that right there was a brilliant idea. And to be honest with you, that right there surprised me, you know, when I read that. But we see now Shin, he now appeared out of nowhere as Sarada actually recognized those eyes. Even though she is not waking her own yet, she could definitely tell, you know, what a Sharingan is. And we see now, you know, Chou-Chou thought that maybe, you know, maybe he was a friend of hers. And so we see, you know, Shin, like I said in my last review, something's like definitely wrong with this guy, because of the way he looks. And it seems he talked, you know, like very slowly, because he was saying, come with me. And when Sarada, you know, actually asked him who he was, he actually told her, you know, he was you know, Shin Uchiha. And so right now, you know, when like Chou-Chou heard that, you know, she thought, you know, like Sarada had to know him, because both of them, you know, are you know, part of the Uchiha clan. But now we see, you know, Shin will like bring her back by any means necessary, and we see now he actually, you know, once again summoned this chain weapon with like this force, with this pretty big four-sided shuriken. And so we see now a fight definitely breaks out, and these kids, they're actually, you know, like pretty skilled, because we see now that even when like Shin, you know, was like attacking them, Sarada was actually putting up a pretty good fight. And that right there is definitely what you would expect, you know, from daughter of Sasuke. So I'm glad to see that, you know, like that she can fight pretty well. And we even see, you know, Chou-Chou, you know, getting in there, and she definitely knows, you know, her clan techniques. But sadly, you know, like that there was not enough, because Shin is definitely, you know, like better than him, obviously. Especially, you know, if he was able to take on, you know, Sasuke and get away without dying. And so now we see that because he did not need Chou-Chou, he was going to kill her, but luckily, you know, like Naruto came in there and saved her, and that was like definitely nice. And we see now that when when Naruto realized that this guy had the Sharingan, he acted so calm about it, and to me, that right there was like pretty badass. I'm definitely glad to see, you know, like Naruto is definitely a lot more, you know, like chill-headed, because he seems so calm, and he could easily read, you know, the situation now. And so like I said, this chapter to me, it was like pretty good. It was like decent at best, like nothing that amazing happened except for, you know, like that little exchange between, you know, Sarada, you know, Chou-Chou and Shin. So I do wonder what will happen, in the next one, because obviously there's no way Shin could beat, you know, like Naruto and Sasuke. That right there, you know, will be, you know, a role for a so-called father to take on. But I do hope we learn who he really is soon. But like I said, this chapter was like decent at best, and so with that, I'm probably give it maybe a 7 out of 10. But of course, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps me out. And you guys take it easy. I will see you all next time.